This is Divine Sunshine coming to you with your message from the Divine Masculine. Welcome to Divine Masculine Central, where you get the straight, no chaser 411 about your Divine Masculine energy. Um, Anything that comes out the card that has any kind of anything that comes out that's negative is from the cards. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. Most time when you hear chimes like that, I tell who my co-host is. When you hear chimes like that, that's either angels or spirit guides confirming that that is the divine truth. So when you hear a chime on a specific thing, that lets you know that's a confirmation that that is truth, what I am saying. Just so some of you all do. Some of the fans know, but if you're new to this channel, you know, that's also. If you feel most likely to either like, click, share, or subscribe when you feel spirit led you to do that, make sure you do that and smash the bell so you can get notifications about what great things I'm doing on this channel as well. I want to start off just very quickly. I was going to save it for my, I wouldn't say trigger warning, it's more so a channel message. And I've been led to say it here because it gets spread out more. Some of you all are led that's you know, really serious about getting all the information that you want to. You all do watch my trigger warnings and you do look at my channel messages. Spirit is now leading us on. This is a channel message, so leading us now understanding that there's some things that we thought we knew about this thing. It's called the twin flame journey or adventure, and the script is being changed. What we thought we knew, we won't know. Something has already been plaguing me, and I was wondering why. And I seen that on Twin Flame All Stars. And I always say, why can't I get the understanding of who represents what? Who's the conscious and who's the subconscious? And something about me just like, it don't resonate. It don't match up. I've also felt a couple of times before I start the reading, it's like I stopped wanting to stay and using the divine masculine energies too. I used one of them, I remember me saying, the one who's more aware. And thank God the twin flame all-stars. So you can open yourself up to, like I said, about the divine truth. Like I said, it's a difference between asking for the truth, but the divine truth is different. And I've been looking for it. And so it came up through him, through his reading that he had did, and saying that now the one who is watching, we can no longer, and I've been saying that, call it to be the divine feminines here, because I told you, I felt even myself even giving readings in my divine masculine energies, and I was like, okay, I think the joke is on you all. It's not always the divine feminine or the divine masculine that's awoke. We always say it's the divine feminine that's awoke. That's not true anymore, and I've been saying that. Again, and we've seen even other ones, divine masculines have done that. If you're very even keeled and even balanced, you sway both either way. So now he coined the term, which I knew it was much better too, as well, the more awakened one, to me. So again, whoever it is, who's watching, you're the more awakened one. So you can be, don't feel bad. Some of you all, I felt chastised. It's like, I don't think I resonate with the divine feminine energy. Okay, but they say I'm supposed to be divine feminine, but I don't feel divine feminine. So you know, it's like, you know. So now it's okay. So now divine masculines, you all could come on out from hiding now. Now they are established that we too can be awakened. As well, this like I kind of knew that. Either way it goes, like I said, but you too are that as well. Also understanding that you're the awakened one and the other energy is unawakened. So the positive polarity, which is always usually associated with the feminine, is the one that says more the feminine energy or charge. And then you have the negative charge is the divine masculine energies. As well. Like I say, you resonate between both of them. I see when I swing like a pendulum before both of them. I can't honestly sit up here and say I'm the divine masculine energy either, because I swing between both those energies. You know, the point is to be balanced, and we all are like that, because it depends on what situation calls on, or action or reaction it calls on for us to answer something in divine feminine or divine masculine energies. I loved also what he brought to point to as well. Like I said, I could not understand why I couldn't resonate and get the understanding between the difference between subconscious and conscious. When he said it, it's a ding ding ding. That's it. The one who is the more awakened one is the subconscious one. Okay, so rather you the divine feminine or divine masculine, you are the subconscious, because the subconscious is the one that rules pretty much everything, the leadership of it all. That's one that rules the boat. The conscious one is like the one is like, again, it's just telling where it goes. So that'd be like the head. So that's why I told you all, and someone said, that's different, I ain't never heard of it before. Divine feminine is the head. She is the one that is telling everything else to go, which will be the subconscious. We think of like the iceberg, the opposite. And I told you all before, Spirit said it was going to turn our world upside down and going to reveal more information. What we thought we knew, that information is no longer going to be suited. So that's why I told you all, on this journey, you've got to have an open mind. I told you, you can't go in this journey what you could think it with your head. You got to think with your heart. Does that resonate? Oh, it kind of does. That's the truth. If it don't, let me be open and let me be open to it, because later on, it might reveal itself. That's why I was telling you all, when I introduced to you all the divine karmics, I got slammed all up and down the highway in comments with it. And I was like, listen here, I just seen the other day, I should have shared that too, said Guru has stated the same thing. He said the more divine you are, the more attracted of karma comes to you. And I was like, I tried to tell these people done told me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You crazy, all them stuff. I'd erase the comments so you don't see it, because I'm like, listen here, I'm telling you, if you're on earth, you're going to have an experience of karma. Divine, regular, extra crispy, mild with sauce or whatever. I'm here from the shop, so we talk about mild sauce. Hot sauce, mild sauce, barbecue sauce with salt and pepper on the fried chicken. It's going to be either way it goes. So I'm, y'all going to learn. And I'm going to still keep on teaching you. This thing here is going to be mind-blowing. Like that emoji, this thing. So I like how he said that, which is the conscious, which is the subconscious, because that's the one who rules everything. The subconscious, that's the one, instead of the conscious one. The conscious just going off of what it is. The subconscious got that firewall to come up there. So, no, we ain't gonna do that today. Okay, and it runs off. It don't matter how conscious you are aware of something like that, but if that subconscious ain't running on the program that you got out there, it's like, okay, that's nice. We still running on my program. You like, what? No, you running off of my program, because I ain't going to hear what the conscious saying. Bump that. So that's why I said whoever's the awakened one is the one who is the subconscious one, and the one who is not the awakened one, they're the conscious. Sit and think about that and let that marinate for a moment, because some of you all isn't got deep and you're just like, I don't know if I can get past that. Sit and resonate on it and think. What is the point of the subconscious? What is the point of the conscious? Most of the time, the subconscious, it don't let you allow you to do anything. That subconscious ain't on board with it. It ain't right, and you say it's all in there. And we call it the firewall. Who's actually running the show? I'm going to let that sit there and marinate. All right, then. I said 5 minutes. I took 3 more minutes at a time. So I said, nope, I'm putting it on this one, because a lot of you out there share. Listen here. We can share and do the comments. We can talk about it and share your thoughts of it down in the comment section again about how this resonates or whatever like that. Again, but I'm telling you, as twin flames, divine lovers, soul mates, or whatever way you think, I'm on a spiritual journey for one, whichever way you want to call yourself. Again, you have to open your mind with this. You talk about the twilight zone. Welcome to the twin flame twilight zone. Everything is going to be, is about to get turned upside down as far as what our reality and what we know. Okay? That's why I say, be open-minded, not so closed-minded. We're shifting paradigms. The stuff that we knew, that old paradigm is now leaving, and we're moving our way into some new stuff. So you can comment and share, but I'm telling you also as well there. So just letting you know that. Also, I'm glad I said that too. Please, those of you all that's on here, I had somebody comment something on here. Clear. If you're sharing products, yes, I'm talking to you. If you're sharing products or something that you know that had worked with that or whatever like that, I would mind that you would, you can shoot me an email and say I would like to share it or whatever like that, because I will eliminate your comment. You're like, what happened? It was there. No, it's not there anymore. About stuff like that. So you have to go through me on this station to be able to see that clear. Okay, so again, just that part, because I get a lot of that, some of that stuff is spam, but then I had somebody put something about what they had went through and what they tried, and that's nice, but again, I had to censor that as well. So again, if it's something that you want to share and you think it is, let me know, and then I will see about if that's something to be sharing with the twin flame community as well, because if you post it down at the bottom, that means I endorse it, and so I have to look at it first, and then I'll let you know if I endorse your product or whatever on there. Okay, all right then. So right now the divine masculine keeps saying center yourself. He said that last time he won. Sometimes I take a break. I don't do like I do it as instructed. So if the divine tells me to do them back to back, I do it back to back. If they tell me to rest, I rest when it comes to that. But right now the divine masculine is doing something. He's trying to say he's in mastermind mode. And right now, like a person, you know, when you got somebody that thinks around you, it's like everybody's got to be quiet. Come on. Yeah, you don't want to do it. That's all right. Everybody's got to be quiet at that moment. And that's what we on right now. It's like he's like center yourself, because it's almost he's saying embrace yourself. That's what I heard next. Because we getting ready for something that's going on in the divine masculine. This divine masculine is getting ready, so he wants you to center yourself. It said, I need you because I love you. Oh, you are the reason why I'm smiling again. First thing when I picked up from this here, it looked like he's kind of, the divine masculine is going through something. And you kind of giving him that motivation. That's why I say you need to center yourself. If you're in communications, they bring this to me too with your divine masculine. Don't do anything to upset them. Even if you ain't heard from them in 15 years. You know, you ain't got to be overly sappy or syrupy sweet with them. But just kind of like, handle it, they're saying, with like kid gloves. I'm seeing like white gloves. Just kid gloves. Touch. When you're talking about the divine masculine here, you don't know what he's going through, you don't know what he's planning, what he's doing, and this maybe one wrong thing during the conversation when he might be strategizing to make his way towards you, and just that one thing might throw him off course and say, okay, forget it, I'll stay in it. They don't want me, just like I suspected. This is up to you. At all times, you should be, again, you have to be open-minded. If you know you truly want to, and you don't want to play games and lying to yourself, they're saying, no, I don't want this man, at the same time, in the next breath, you do want them, then you're going to have to practice unconditional love through your speech, through your communication. That way of doing that, again, is still being nice, being cordial. This is another human being, too, that you're dealing with. And then also, again, when they do say something that's out of line, you feel like you need to kind of check them in a nice, manageable way. No, nice and firm. Don't have to be no extra nasty, no extra neck roll with it. And let me tell you, and I ain't heard you 15 years, where you coming off from, But it's nice ways, you know, to kind of tell them, okay, all right, I heard you, you know, that part there. I don't think I need to disclose that to you at this moment. And, you know, whatever way it's got to be, but just say it in a nice, firm way that still is not burning bridges. And you know what I mean by that. When it comes to the divine masculine, I'm not saying speak up. She's saying don't speak up for yourself. That did not come out my mouth at all. See, that's, you wanted to hear that. What I said was talk cordially to them, At the same time, if you feel they're saying something to you that's out of pocket or out of hand, you put them in their place in a very respectful way, in a firm way. You know, breathe. When I used to work down at Lord and Taylor, they used to say behavior breeds behavior. So if they out of pocket and you supposed to be the person who is the more aware person, I won't say leader anymore. I didn't like the word leader anyway either, because it puts so much of a heavy, and that's what I wanted to say also. It puts such a heavy burden on that person. I'm the one in leadership? Dang. Clear. But if you say you more aware, that means like I'm the smarty pants, like I'm the intelligent ones. Like you see at the movies, like they come to me to find out what's the strategy to get out of this situation. And so I'm the smart one. You know, I don't know why I'm thinking about like James Bond, like they come to him. You know, Charlie's Angel, the boss, you know, like, what should we do, Charlie? And Charlie telling them, well, girls, y'all got to do X, Y, and Z. That sounds like he's the more aware, although he is the boss, but the leader, but that makes it more better when you say you more aware. It's like, you know, I'm so smart, I got the answers to everything, you know. So that's a little bit more better than you saying leader, because like heavy is the crown. When you're talking about doing that, none of us said. Okay, thank you. Heavy is the crown, and that brings on more pressure when you're talking about that. So understand as you being the one who's more aware, like I've been there, done that. So let me kind of, you know, show you like a, you know, big brother person who's been there, more mature, more seasoned, like a person on the job. You know, you take that on. They like, you ain't the leader, but you know, because you've been here a while, you got experience, you can show them the ropes a little bit better. You're like, oh, okay, and you feel good, like, okay, they chose me, so let me show you how you do this job. So this is it. So right now when we talk about the divine masculine energies, right now he says he's got some zeal, he's got some jealousy, he's got some rivalry, and he's trying to become independent. First thing I was thinking about that is that he's got some zeal, like he's got some real enthusiasm about something that didn't happen to him. One of them I want to say is some of the motivation is there's a rivalry. Like they feel like maybe that last reading, what I told the divine masculine at the end, energetically, the divine masculine picked that up where God said, listen here, you don't get it together. I got some options for her. What you mean options? What did you hear me? Did you hear me say she got options? I'm telling you, she got options. And that I don't listen. I ain't like no actual mortals out here. You know, when I say that's happening, that means that actually I got it set up that it's a plan B in the works for the divine feminine. If you don't get this, or the positive energies, if you don't get it together, you unaware person. For the aware person, they've been doing the work. And if you don't get your unaware self together, I'm going to put somebody in the place. You understand? So this is what they're saying. So now they're like, okay, I think I need to get my keys in gear and independence. And I think that I want to say energetically he's feeling this, that like, you know, some jealousy. Some of them are saying that they might have seen something on Facebook with the divine feminine, look like jealousy of her, look like, oh my gosh, she don't look like she's stopping her life. She look like she's divine feminine energies is going on. The awakened one, I'm gonna try to flip and use both of them. The awakened one is more out there. She ain't stopping. They ain't stopping. They hustle and flow by something that's in the positive energies. It's like, oh my God! So I gotta give me some independence on this stuff. And so, like I said, with the source saying putting that pimp hand down the other day. Looks like to me this is showing he's getting a little enthusiasm right here. Yeah. Hermes Mercury, and that's interesting. Mercury is coming. Say it's been a messenger, a divine teacher, commerce, science, and doctor. He's gotten a message. I was thinking that he got the message again from what I had to read yesterday, that his spiritual guides are coming to visit him. I'm picturing they saying his ancestors have had this conversation with him in dream state. The same one I had said before, in his dreams they've been contacting him before, because they like when we talk to him when he's in his conscious state, He don't listen to a damn thing we say. But when he's in his subconscious state, which is when he's asleep, we can give him the information that he needs. So to me, what they're telling me, we've been contacting him in his conscious and his subconscious. We've been slamming him both ways about this. He's picked up in the ethers about this. Either it's a competition, rather it's an actual person, or he feels this competition or this rivalry coming up from this divine feminine, like she's going to have a better life. Or she's really excelling. She's ascending. Where are you in this picture here? It's like a picture they showing me, a picture with the divine feminine arm around something. And there's a big question mark as to, okay, is this going to be you right here? Or do we need to fill in the blank for you? Because she's going to have a good life regardless of it. You know, she's going to be this person who is, again, the positive or the aware one. They've been doing the work. They've been doing what we said. You've been fighting about you being awakened or being aware. So this is where it's going. So he's moving into understanding here, this one here, that I am that I am. Now I'm getting a fork in the road with this. Some of them have gotten this message and say, I am that I am, doing the Care Bear stare. And they understand the divine. Some of them are, and they brought it to me, and my heart kind of dropped there and said, well, I am what I am. I don't know if I'll be able to change like that. Okay? So we got kind of like a little split there, too. It's a small percentage that they say that some of them is kind of stuck on where they want to be. I won't say the word stupid. I just say they just stuck where they want to be. Clear. Let's look and see what's actually happening for the divine masculine. Woo. So we got a Mother of Wands. Give me this book. I want to see something real quick. Is that you? Nope. Oh, that was such a smart thing. I put these books out here. I don't have to be fighting no more. Who is this person? Who is this? Hello? Is this the Mother of Wands calling? I'm in the middle of doing the reading right now. You're going to have to call back. Or you calling and let me know who you are. Okay. Now, Queen of Wands. Now, I seen that somebody else was reading. They say Queen of Wands represents the karmic. Because this one think they in the driver's seat here. As well. A compassionate woman, sincere friend, healer, good advice. Optimism, be careful of jealousy. If she is in her divine karmic energy, she is in her own way very compassionate about the things that she wants. She's a sincere friend. Well, yes, in her own way, yes. She is coming there to help heal the divine masculine in the situation, which is to make him better so he can move on to be better for the divine feminine. Good advice. Well, she's probably following her own advice as well for that one. After you come out of this situation, you're going to be able to give good advice to others. But be careful of jealousy. There is some action that's got to be taken what we have here. And this action seems like to me is being pushed by this karmic energy. Because I remember I said, Spirit told me, say, take note of that. And I was like, what? Say, take note of the Queen of Wands. That's the karmic. So she has showed up here. What's going on with this since you showed your face? Yeah, she showed her face. What's going on karmically? Love you forever. Don't you know that I know? Don't you know, oh yeah, don't you know that I love you so? Don't you know that, baby, don't you know that? Don't you know that? Don't you know? Don't you know how really, really love you goes? So, all right, so Divine Master wants you to know that he loves you. Don't you know? This Divine Masculine is playing a new tune here. Like, Take Me to the Bridge, which a lot of times this is interesting. It's got a bridge because I played violin. So this bridge here, like you say, take me to the bridge, take me to the chorus. You get when you take it to the bridge, you about to end that song pretty soon. Like, that's that part that they do in the middle of the song, so we coming right there to the middle of it. You know, like here JB say, take me to the bridge, take me to the bridge. And then before you know it, they say the chorus a couple of times and then they out. And this is what I'm picking up from here. There's some action. I'm going to go purely what they bringing me. 7 is the spiritual completion. And we're coming to the ending of this. And this is what they bring it to me. What we got here. Remember that I am intuitive. Let me even state that. Intuitive reader as well. So I don't read the cards like the traditional tarot as well. I read it as what's been instructed to me. Clear. As well, so that's what I use. I use my intuition and my empath abilities. Transgression. This karmic here understands again. Read the book here. Something say read the book, but just transgressions. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Like the Lord's Prayer. Their transgressions, and their transgressions against us. That's what I remember, because we used to, our church changed the Lord's Prayer there. Not sinners. We didn't use that. Flaws, contradictions, mistakes. To me, when I look at this card, I see that it looks like she's got to start forgiving and letting go. That this idea, this divine masculine being a unicorn, is dying, being special, being different, magical to her. She's still trying to hold on to it as well. Still trying to be in the driver's seat about it. Still feel like she got to take actions too. But this divine masculine say, I'm taking it to the bridge. We about to come to the end of this symphony. Like they say, that unfinished symphony card. Let me look at here. This transgression. This is number 41. Something tells me with this here. Okay. There are many in this world, vampires and humans, fairy and otherworldly creatures who seem to delight in the faults of others, using them as a way of proving them their own worth. So again, yeah. So she's using the faults of the divine masculine as well against him. See, they point, you are worse than I. And could there be any worse than the killing of a sacred animal, the unicorn, now mourned so deeply by this little vampire? This is false glory and disturbing to all of us who live long lives to see so many worry that they have sinned and hurt others and cannot be forgiven, and to see others in the glory and the guilt they use to manipulate and feel righteous. This is what I say. She feels like she's in a driver's seat. The most perfected souls upon this planet have all created moments in their lives where they have gone against their own values and their own hearts, their own souls. I just said that. And transgressed. That's why it's called a divine karmic feminines, a divine karmic masculines. They have hurt themselves as they have hurt others. And so when you see this card and wonder what it is you have done wrong, no, it is this. It is incorrect of you to assume that your faults and flaws, your poor decisions, and yes, the mistakes you have made are more ghastly than any other. There is not one amongst us, any of us, who has not done wrong. And it's good that we vampires and you humans can feel remorse and take steps to correct ourselves and to be better. But what we witness from here is that you are being told again and again by either an abusive other or your own abusive part of yourself that you are guilty, wrong, and can never be forgiven. You must now take steps to correct what can be corrected, apologize clearly, and once if this is the right thing for you to do, and then forgive your own self. To continue internally erode your own value due to another's encouragement is a false kind of virtue. So this karmic here is staying in this because of somebody else encouraging them. That jumped off the thing. She's hard to forgive herself as well about what she's doing. See, and that's why her and the divine masculine are mirroring each other, because he can't forgive what he did to the divine feminine. So to continue in road right, so there is no good in hurting yourself and over to prove how sorry you are. Live better, do better, but let the self-punishment go, and do not allow another to utilize your compassionate remorse for their own ends. Yes, they are. So some of these divine karmics are using their compassionate remorse for their own usage. And so yes, they are. We are all human and other world creatures going to transgress against the natural laws and the laws of our own souls. What we do about it is what matters. Go on now and make amends, then give thanks for the gift of self-forgiveness. Okay. So right now they need to, this karmic energy that's all up in here is he's saying again, divine master, I know it's time for us to take it to the bridge. We've ended this symphony or this song here. So now it's time for you, as they saying, they rolling the credits. It's time for you to make amends, take stock in assets, and redirect and come back into harmony with the voice of your own soul. And that goes for the karmic, and that goes for the divine masculine as well. Because right now what they're doing is, it's like she's ignoring the flaws, or she's either using the flaws of the divine masculine and herself, and then she's using that against herself to make the right decision and not following behind what spirit is directing herself to do, or her own soul to do. So really, to tell you the truth, this card right here is really centering itself for everybody. She needs to center herself. The divine feminine needs to anchor and center herself, and the divine masculine needs to do that as well. Wow, this is deep. What's going on as far as in the heart space for the divine masculine? Clear. When it comes to the divine feminine, so the karmic that showed up in the reading. Okay, not so many cards. Thank you. We ain't got times 3340. Interesting. So the divine masculine really is at the point that he wants to actually offer you something of natural beauty, something that's not of a pinnacle or anything like that. But he's got some conflict about that, because he's got some conflict about how you're going to be able to receive this thing that he wants to actually offer you. This is what's going on with that. You're like, yeah, this is nice, but inside you probably get in just giggling just like a little girl. Oh my God, he came with tulips is my favorite flower. He also knows when it comes to this, he wants to offer you the Ace of Cups here, the Ace of Chalices here. He knows he's got the key to open you, to open you, and vice versa. And this is what he's getting grounded and rooted in that, because I see the color red there as well. So when it comes to this, and it's thinking, okay, we're going to revisit it when I get over there to this karmic action, because I want to revisit this. Clear. Yeah, Because what is that looking like? Oh, man, come on. Man, he nervous now. Somebody nervous here. This stuff about to hit the fan, look like it. It's about to hit the fan. Nothing like a made-up mind here. So it's got punishment here. This is what they've been saying with this karmic energy here. We in this, the divine masculine, again, understanding that we got to get out of this. If this divine masculine could push past what I did, how I treat the divine feminine, how I treated the karmic, you're saying it ain't so much the karmic, okay? It's like at this point, let her deal with her own self. Okay, so in some ways, it's not as, he's saying, as I win both of them. This is divine masculine talking. As I win it, like who I really want to forgive the most that I want to do for my transgressions will be for the divine feminine, because a lot of you all, I'm channeling, we treated you all really bad. We didn't give you all the time of day. We gave you all so little when you gave us so much in return. Some of you all, we gaslighted you all. We made it seem like it was crazy. A lot of times you all were pretty much calling us on our shit. Excuse my French. That's how I know I'm talking to divine masculine. I don't do too much cursing, but when I'm in my masculine stuff, I do a lot of curse like a sailor, some ways. But I have to kind of tell them because I like that. I don't feel comfortable. But anyway, so with that, don't go on to speak your piece. Don't go back. Come on, just bring it to me. So again, and like you said, at some point he said, some of you all, we made you all look like an ass out there. We showed, we act like an ass. We showed you, embarrassed you in front of some people too as well. And we didn't show up when we said a lot of broken promises. How do we come back and we return to that? My heart is burning, if I'm saying that. How do I return back to that? A lot of you all was pleading and crying, and a lot of us, we didn't want to hear it. Now we coming back, and we want to almost come back pleading and crying back to you. And it's like, will she treat us back with the same fate? Okay, I heard you. That we did them? Are they going to be treating us kind? Or are they going to be acting like this? Saying that eye for eye. Okay, right. Well, that's something that, again, that's why I'm telling y'all, kind of check yourself a little bit. You got to really ask yourself if you really want this. Now, if you really want this, then some of y'all got to put that sword down and say, I'm just going to hear you out. Now, if some of y'all's like, no, I'm cool, kiss my ass, all I really want is apology. I just want to see you come back and grovel on the floor and coming there crying. And then I'm like, no. I was watching two men with mom. She loved that show. And then there was some girl that they was in, went to high school with, and she was supposed to be like a nerd, didn't look all that hot. She went and got her some surgery and whatever, and they had some kind of nickname for her, McBeaver or something like that, because she had like teeth like a beaver or something like that. So when she did come around there, they're like, oh my God, she was gorgeous. I had the boobs done and had snatched up and everything around there, and this beautiful looking woman. And so she was playing both her and him and Charlie. I forgot the other guy's role there. And so they going back and forth. She playing on both of them. So then when it got towards the end, he's like, why don't you choose me? That's the nerdy one that's played there. And so she was like, you know what? And she came out on it. She's like, you will never get none of this. And he's like, what? He's like, because all the time when I was in high school, I liked you. You would give me a time of day. And then she turned to Charlie and she went off on him and talked about, oh, it's so good to see you gravel and want all of this. And you will never get none of this. So then she went out there. He's like, I'm so glad that I got both of you all to go and gravel and fall on yourselves, all over yourself for me. And I just want you to see how I felt, because that's how I felt when you did it to me. And she walked out and slammed the door. So that's what the divine master is kind of scared that you gonna do just like that young lady did. He's like, he's right, big one of the He turn around, they always have something. I guess that means we ain't getting none tonight, huh? It's like, oh my God. But that's what he's afraid of. Divine Master, I know he brought that to me. That's what they're afraid of. That's what's going to actually happen here. This punishment. And like, you know, feel like it's almost like saying, hurt so good. Come on, baby, let it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should, but it hurts so good. Do, 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 do. Do, do. So you feel like this divine master feel like it's punishment. I get a fork in the road with this too. He feels like him coming back, that might be like punishment for you, divine feminine. You know, emotionally, it's like, what am I thinking? I'm just throwing out there, and I'm just asking for myself to be like a sacrificial lamb in this, and I don't know what's happening. So in his mind, he's like, I'm gonna stay in this because I deserve this. I deserve to be punished. Clear. This is what it said. I deserve to be punished. Okay. What's it think about this connection? He gets nostalgic. He gets nostalgic a lot of times, but he wants to stay open to this relationship as well. He's trying to move into his solar plexus, which he's going to try to stand into his power, be able to know who he is, his own identity. Also with the divine feminine, he understands right now she's in her heart space and her heart chakra as well, and she's really grounded and rooted in where she's going. But he's holding on to her, but he's letting her know that again, right now where he is now, he's opening up to the connection because it's this nostalgic things, thinking about how it was. Again, that's why he said, when I think of you, you're the reason why I can smile again. Because sometimes he just sits there and he thinks about the divine feminine, and it helps gets him through. He understands that both of you all have got to be open to this. He understands he's got to be the one that's the carrier, the one that helps to keep you open by his actions, by him really standing in his emotions, being honest with where he is emotionally as well. And that's going to cause you to hold on to him even tighter. And he also understands too as well that it's okay that sometimes if you're the one who is the more aware one, the one who is the subconscious, or the one who's in the driver's seat, or just making the divine masculine be open to the relationship. Look like she's supporting him as he's learning how to be open, how he's able to balance himself, because he looked like, you know, that's ooh, that's it. Okay, stop it. Divine Master, stop sending them things. I'm like, that's an interesting position to try there. Okay, anyway, so that helps her to stay in her bliss. And he's really trying on the identity of, because he's fully clothed, well, she's vulnerable, and that vulnerability helps us to stay in her bliss. But he's got clothing on, which lets me know that he is working on how his persona is a person that's really in his heart at this time. So he's got, again, this is another Ace of Cups. This is one. He's got things that he want to happen in the 3D. He's got some actions that he wants to take. He knows in the emotions, and he understands that he's got this Ace of Cups. So this divine masculine understands exactly who he wants to offer this cup of love to. If I do a continuation from the last reading, it would be because now he's really able to discern the difference between the divine feminine and the divine feminine and the karmic divine feminine, and what they're both bringing to the table. So now he is truly getting to the point that he is being conscious, but not ruling in the subconscious, but he's conscious about some things, like I said, but we still got to move him into that energies of being a person who is aware. Excuse me on that one. Let's look at this action here. Oh, I see it's more on this one. I don't want to, it's gone. There we go. So you can see more of the spread. And I was neat this time. They ain't seen the see when I'm neat, y'all don't see it, and when I'm not neat, y'all see it. Like she got them cars all over the damn place. Oh my God. Okay, I know I'll be killing them Virgos. And I'm like, what the heck? There's no organization to it. My OCD and my perfection is coming out. Okie dokie. All right then. I'm telling you, this karmic kid, this is the karmic action here. This karmic kid is doing things. She feels also her own transgressions, but this karmic kid is getting ready to, this is a fork in the road. There's several levels to this. This karmic also has somebody else. She's also got somebody behind the scenes that's acting karmic-y too as well. While the divine masculine is now focusing in on the divine feminine, she's now setting her sights on her person as well. They're having sex, they're laughing, they're talking, they're chatting it up. The divine masculine is now finding himself connected. We got the Two of Pentacles with the divine feminine. Also, another layer to this is that this is the energy of how the divine masculine was with the karmic, you know, sex here, sex with her. But she got her breast covered, which means all this stuff that while he was acting with the divine karmic feminine, she was out for just self-love. That's just for self. She laughing and talking it up, getting sex from him. Again, they acting as if to be that's like overdoing it, like ha ha ha, like you know, really enjoying it. And now this is the past, and we're moving into this energy where it's the divine feminine and the divine masculine together. She got her breast exposed. She still got to work on. Boy, they really calling. That's really divine. So that means that second scenario, that's it. So moving into the energies now, moving forward, because this is forward. Everything is in the background, or the divine feminine and divine masculine again. This again goes to I need you because I love you. This looks just like this is like the caption for this. I need you because I love you, no matter what all that stuff happened beforehand. This is divine timing here. This divine timing card here, being a lamp unto your feet, knowing where you are actually going to. That looks like a tower. So the tower is brought on, and then we move into divine timing, which is causing this, for this actually to start happening, some action to become more wise in understanding where you are in this whole thing, the scenario right now. So again, the tower is brought on by divine timing because it's time. Nowadays, to me, it looks like he's saying now divine is stepping in. Source is stepping in because they say that's enough. We got the 9 of Cups here. Divine masculine here again in his actions is still expected for the divine feminine to pleasure him as well, even if him in his karmic ways. This look like a gate here, so we're down here. So he still, divine masculine might even still approach you to kind of maybe still not in the right space, because he said, I need your love, I love you and I need you, which he does. But again, like I said, if you still want to salvage it, you know, kind of deal with this and work with this in a, I was about to say, case by case basis. What you want to do, what you want to not do. But he really wants you to pleasure him, but he's still in that karmic state right there. Watch it that you're not going to find yourself in the next moment be telling him to kiss you behind, and then also that you feel that at the same time you might feel like he's using you or making a ass out of you too, divine feminine. So that's according to you where you feel like you are. This divine masculine here, energies here, still has the mask on. Now what I look at this here, he's got the mask on because to me this look like a person trying to make a getaway. Like he don't, like he's looking and seeing like, you know, they don't even know it's me. when I look at this. That looks like it. Plus, he's got a wand in his hand. So he's got some actions. But right now, he's in like a thief in the night. This is what I call it, a thief in the night card. Like you don't know what's going on and what's his next move. So he's really hiding his expressions. So some of you might say, I talked to him and I can't really tell, get no heads or tails about what's actually going on with the Divine Master. Just very quickly, can you kind of give me, Divine Master, what's going on with you? Can you give me a little insight, please? Clear. Can I have a little insight about what's going on? Still saying you the wealthy man, you trying to build. Some tells me some of them might be building their money behind the scenes so they can make this getaway because they feel that they say they're becoming this divine masculine. They're moving into that power, the main male. What else? Can you give me more insight about actually what's going on with the karmic though? Can I get more about the karmic? Thank you. He's got some things to let him know that he's concerned. Right now, he still say his mind is still on this. He's like, I really don't want to talk about her because that's like old news. That's dead to me. Like say, that's dead to me. You dead to me. Tony Matola, you dead to me. Again, he's concerned. Look like to me every time when I see this, look like a person waiting in the funeral parlor right there to be seen, like they ready to make funeral arrangements. That's every time when I look at that, that's what it looked like to me. It's like, hello, hi, Mr. Johnson. Like, yes, I'm sorry to hear about your bereaving, the passing of your wife. It's like, yeah, of the karmic, yeah, okay. So you like to make arrangements about putting to death to this karmic relationship, yeah, okay. Come walk this way to us to the office as we show you the different selections of coffins and urns if you want to cremate her as well. Let's talk about the different arrangements and how you want to have the service. That's what it looked like to me. Because I think about this party plan here, the serenity plan, and most time they give you that when somebody has passed away. So they understand to be this scene is like it's death all around. It's death all around. And so the main one, he has a child card here as well. Letting it know again, it wants this new beginning. Child card could represent this new beginning. Child card could be saying maybe he might pick up in the ethers. It's time for him. He wants to have a child with the divine feminine as well. Or because of some things, again, 3 layers to it. Or it could be also the scenarios because this child is an innocent child that's involved and they don't want them to see daddy and mommy fighting like this. So he's like, I got to check out of this. This is not healthy. So there is a child, a new beginning, or this child is the catalyst for saying, I got to get off my keister and get out of this because I don't like this. So whether that child energy is an actual child, or it could be also another scenario they bring it to be is a healing of the child, inner childhood wounds that now has been healed by this situation, and now they're ready to move on and start anew. Rather is an actual child, inner childhood wounds, rather they want to have a baby with you, or there's actually a child want to have this new beginning. This is all in the mix here too as well here. That's interesting. The 1 and 8 together. 8 means rebirth. 1, or it could be also harmony, and 1 is your intuition and your awareness, and put together that's 9 makes an ending of a cycle, okay, or giving birth to something new too. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, he said he don't really want to talk about the karma. He's like, that's a waste of time because that's dead. I'm like, okay, that's dead. It's like, you know, and he talks just like a typical masculine energy. It's like, why talk about something that's really that's a waste of my time, even wasting and spending my wheels and energy on that. Let's talk about something about the future because I can do something about that right there. That's over with. That's something that I want to talk about more. So that's more productive. That's what he's telling me. That's more productive. Okay. All right. We shut that down. Thank you very much. About that. Woo, my nose. I have been sneezing for heezing all today. That heart chakra. Here. Okay, so that must be on the other end. Divine Master doing something with some heart stuff. Okay, work. What's happening with the shadow? What's happening with the shadow? Divine Master saying in the shadows, he's understanding right where he's at. He say, is this me? He done became something that he is not even understanding. He's even become a warrior, defending things that he's like, I wouldn't even be defending. It's not even like me. Like they said, and when I read the card about the transgressions, you know, this is not me. Thank you for the confirmation. This is not me. I'm fighting for things that is like, is this really truly my cause? Or would I, if I was at myself, would I really be fighting for this? Heck no. Hiding for self. Hiding for your true self. Yeah, this is all about him not being himself. This hiding and not going with the actual self, Divine Master, is causing you to have a split. You're not getting any kind of forward movement because you got half of your energy going left and the other half of your energy going right. And you should be moving forward. You need to get grounded and rooted into who you say you want. Get grounded and rooted about the things that you want. Like I said, the transgressions card. And forget about the things that you don't want to have a part of. You don't want to, you know, be a part of your life anymore, right? It's like you're saying about this child that you want again here, this new beginning that you want. Totally. Let that be your objective and your motivation. Again, the shadow of it is you're scared to let go of what was for what can be or what should be. You're having this fight here. You know you're divine, but part of you is like, nah, I won't let that possibility of a new opportunity die, rather for me to go ahead and step into it. And so this is the underlying thing that's going on with your Divine Masculine that you've got to address here. Again, they want you to get zeal about this because you got to be, again, to be independent. That's why I say you need to center yourself again. But that's all right because the messenger divine has came to you. A divine teacher has came here to teach you. Now, some of this, because the divine teacher has came to you, is because it's the work of what the divine feminine has been doing in her acting as a subconscious for you, changing things as well, which has helped you to kind of move in the position of you starting to become awakened to instead of being the unawakened person. Thank you for the confirmation. What does divine karmic feminine has done to you has been like a teacher. Might not be divine to you, but she's one of them hard ass teachers. A teacher is a teacher, like I told you about Mrs. Dukes here. Again, she was hard teaching, but I walked out and I knew my Black history stuff. Okay, so it does not matter. That's why I'm saying about that, how we're viewing these karmics, we got to take, and that's even with me, I talk to myself daily, the way we're viewing them, we have to understand that they serve a purpose. They're there to help. They're here to make them better. Okay, rather at the end of the day, when you leave that situation, Divine Master, if that karmic is here, that has nothing. That's none of your business. Your thing is that you walk out of here now, instead of you not knowing who you are, you know who you are. Instead of you going in two different directions and you going in a straight direction, you know, you have changed that. Have you now started to say it's okay to let this one die and for this one to live? Because this is the true one, the divine. Have you walked out of there knowing that? If you can say check, check, and check, guess what? Then you're ready. It's time for you to move on to your next thing. That's why the divine say, I'm sending you teachers to help you to move out. So that's why in some ways you give that kudos or you say yes and thank you to this divine karmic that comes along. Because it don't matter if they up there still with their flaws and they can't forget that. That's their issue. They still holding on to this unicorn. Spirit showed you yesterday, if you keep on holding that unicorn towards the end, what's going to happen is you're going to wind up finding yourself. You're going to have a matching pair. There is going to be a woman holding a unicorn and a masculine holding a unicorn. We're going to have a matching pair. We don't want that to happen, Divine Masculine. So now let's ask Source, what do you need to surrender? What do you need to surrender? Let's get some help. Because on this things, I give you the problem clear, but I also give you the solution. That's the rule they told me. Surrender your fear. So let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Just told you that. I told you. Focus on what you want. Take one step at a time. Don't eat the whole elephant. Do one thing at a time. As far as this, you say you're strategizing at the night, okay, fine. Spirits tell me you're probably going to have to get you some help. Now, get you a trusted source. Either you dealing with your spirit guides. I know some of you all, and I came out in the cards before with you divine masculine. Some of you all are fighting spirit. You feel, some of you all feel that spirit has not been there for you. You say it ain't been there before. Every time you call for things, kind of collapse. It don't go the way that you want them to, because you're also going into the mindset of also saying it's not going to work. You're working against yourself. You got that firewall going up there in your subconscious that say, even if you want it bad, the subconscious is going to pop up and say, you know what happened last time, let it go. We're not going to let it go. It's almost just like that computer when you had that virus stuff and it comes pop up and say, we got a firewall. We're not going to let you get on this site. You're like, why? I said it was okay. And it's like, because we say it's not trusted. Okay. You the one that have to click on that, say you can trust that. Because sometimes it comes up there and you're like, well, wait a second. This is what I use for work. Why I'm saying you telling me this email that's coming from my boss saying is malicious malware. You probably in your mind say, yeah, you sure is right, it sure is malicious, but malware. But anyway, but you like, but this from my boss, so you know you have to go in there and say, okay, trust it. You can trust it. You know, you have to tell, you got to program yourself to be that as well. So you got to surrender the fear. Also, next thing here is what things has got to change according to source. Clear. What's got to change is you knowing that you are stronger than you know. Get into your heart center. Think about what makes you happy. What's your bliss? What you say, you are the reason why I'm smiling again. Let that be your motivation to get you out of the situation that you say, you know what, that, you know, I want to see her smile in person, you know, because that's how the divine feminist, you know, I have one divine feminine, I'm going to bust her out. But it's like, you know, I'm tired of all this conversation, this back and forth in the 5D. When the hell you going to start showing up in the 3D? This enough here. I mean, we've all have gotten to that point as the divine feminist. That's cute and all, but at the same time, let me lift up a little bit. At the same time, it's going to do that. At the same time, when you gonna kind of start appearing and showing up, you know, all these kisses and all this sex in the 5D and stuff, you know, that's fine. You hit that sweet spot, but when you gonna start actually hitting it in the 3D? I'm keeping it real. Shoot. And if I'm asking, watching, like they say, they be creeping on Facebook or on daggone YouTube, because you already know this message for you. So I ain't oh my God, I'm sorry. Did I sound like I was sexually frustrated as a divine femme? I'm sorry. Let me come back and be divine sunshine. Anyway, I am. Namaste. Anyway, I wish I could edit that, but I'm going to let it stay. Because everybody needs to learn that also we have our breaking point. But anyway, let me get back my composure again. I fell off the wagon, and I'm back again. Okay, so anyway, you are stronger. You're about getting hot. Okay, now that let me know what Dad said. You didn't take it too far now. Yeah, okay. I'm straight. Now Dad done popped up in here, so now I got to act right. Okay, that was just a little moment there, Dad. I'm straight. Let me act like I got some sense. Okay, so you are stronger than you know. Okay, so this is, again, real talk, keeping it 100. You are a divine masculine. You are stronger than you are portraying in this situation. You're like the giraffe card. You're playing yourself small. Your person, this other person here, is ready. They're strong. They fit. They're ready. You old. It's over with. This person, this old ideology, this old paradigm thinking about stuff. This one is young and fit and ready to take on this new expression, this new journey, and this new adventure that it is asking for you to do. You want your bliss. She makes you smile. You say again, I need you because I love you. Now, what it tells me when I read that again, I'm seeing here, is that again, we're beyond when it was the times when I used to use you, divine feminist. I heard that rant you said earlier. Now he's coming back to address this, divine masculines, huh? I heard that. It was a time I just needed you because I just needed you. Rather it was sex, money, rock and roll, drugs, whatever it was. Now I'm at the point that I understand the difference. I need you because I love you. Almost make me want to cry. It's a difference. This divine masculine understands the difference between, like I showed, he must have got schooled, the Maslows. That's why I took a day off, so he could marinate on this divine masculine energies. They heard me. It's an understanding of me dealing with people just basic, my Maslow's basic needs. Now you my psychological needs to my self-awareness, where I'm at now. And you address both. Before, I just needed you because you were basic to me. Like you kid the kids, she just basic because she just fills my needs. Give me material things, give me sex things. That stuff makes me look good, whatever. Now it's elevated and it has upgraded and it's got bigger than that. It's no more I need you because I need you. I need you because I love you. He said, here's the difference. Because when I said it first, y'all, divine feminines, just looked over. Oh, got my heart chakra going. He said, I want you to get this now, what I just said to you, because that's of value. And for me to say it to you, it's a difference. Okay? So now, where the source see this is going? I hope I remember. I got to write that title down. Clear. I need you before I need you because I need you. Now I need you because I love you. Okay? That's a big A difference. It's a big A difference. Big A difference. Okay, get us on out of here. What is this? Woo! All right there. I think this card came up before. Maybe this came in somebody's love letter. Please make sure, I know this is a shameless plug, but I'm sure enough going to plug it. Get your love letters. I did my little ad there. I got several good feedbacks from him so far, the ones that I have done. Every day I'm doing the love letters. That I've been sent that. I thank God. Thank you for those of you all that have been purchasing and getting the love letters. They benefit you just like it benefits me. That I get a more understanding each time the divine masculine's heart and where they're all coming from. There's different aspects of your divine masculines as well. It's helping you. I've seen also from the feedback that I've gotten, even on that. Let me read it real quick. The feedback that I've gotten from my love letters as well, just in case you did not see the ad as well. Recents, I don't want that one. One of them said, I got the love letter from the DM. It was spot on. Felt like I was talking to him. Divine Sunshine talked about things that only he and I had talked about. It was a wonderful reading. Thank you, Ralphie, for backing up that this is truth. And I feel I have a clear understanding of who my DM is and what he is going through. Also, somebody said they had their Divineunisouls 11 really gave me clarity with my twins' love letter to me. Even though I spent my last, it was well worth it to hear I am loved. Thanks, hon, for the clarity. Okay. Again, they come in brutally honest. It doesn't have to be a divine masculine. It could be divine feminine. It could even be past loved ones. I said that before. If somebody, your divine masculine or divine feminine has passed on and you still want to know what's their love letter to you about what they're thinking about, it could be soulmate, twin flame, lover, whatever it is like that. I'm able to kind of go into that and to see as well as far as what is their thoughts and premise on that one. Last note here for the divine masculine here. He wants that it's just you and him. He don't care who is watching. Now, this person, when I look at this, look like they seem like they're supposed to be in their emperor energy, which I've heard a lot of saying the divine feminine karmics are acting as if they're in their emperor energies. So it's got to the point that divine masculine, the way he's looking at her, is like, I'm making sure that I'm satisfying you. His attention is on her. He's doing the act, but he's also looking at seeing how she's responding to the things he's doing. He's vulnerable. She's vulnerable. They're moving into the energies where the divine masculine wants to please the divine feminine. It's like, I want to make you come. I want to please you. at the same time. He still wants to be nurtured by her because he's touching her breast as well. And she's got the cat there. She's holding on to the cat, which lets me know that she's wanting to be flexible in this relationship too. So she's going to try to hold on to be flexible. Again, I think maybe that's after be talking to you, divine feminists. This is only ones, I'm only talking to the ones they want it, and say you're willing to let go of the past, and say talk, but still have your hard line, borderlines up. Again, when it gets to this point, I'm talking to you divine feminists real quick, and then I'm off of here. Again, it does not matter how other people view you. You know if you actually want this person. Don't go about, well, what my friends think. See, you think of just like the divine masculine in those things there. If you want him and you want to reconcile and you want reconciliation about this thing, then you got to think about what is needed in order to bring the reconciliation to happen between you and your divine masculine. To others, it might look like you being a welcome mat, or he running over you, or you protective of him. You ain't really letting them really go through. You ain't really getting them back for all the stuff that he had done. You should be really in revenge mode after he's done everything like that. And again, when it comes to that, if you want him, we're coming from a different mindset altogether. That's why I said, are you ready? Half y'all say, yes, I am. But I was like, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. That's talking about, like, are you ready? Like, you forgetting the past. Like, it's done. Like you said, it's dead to me. Like, all that stuff that you did, like, we're going to start a clean slate. I'm going to look at you as a brand new creature, and you're going to look at me as brand new creatures, and we're going to take it on from that point on. I want to hear, like, I watched the Judge show. Yeah, but I'm still going to have my this, or I'm still going to have this, because, see, I'll make sure he don't have this, and I'm still going to have, well, then you're not ready. New way of thinking. Healthy boundaries, yes. Attitude, he ain't going to do that stuff, no. I talk to myself too. Don't think that I'm just out here just preaching and I don't practice what I preach. I say I thank God for this channel, because this channel saved my life as far as that, because when I do it to you, I make sure, thank you, Ralphie, you got to tell about it in my business, but I say, again, it makes me hold me accountable, because I know what I say to you, I have to practice what I preach. Not only am I a person who advocates about it, but I'm also a user of my own product. See, that's the difference between some of these other readers that's out here. They advocate, but they can't back up what they doing. They just throwing it out there. But they not sitting up there using and taking the advice from their own selves. Look, watch, and play back and say, okay, now I need to take notes about what spirit channeled through me. And now I got to use it. See, that's the difference. That's where you know you're dealing with the real deal, Holyfield. Because there's some of them out here, and I've seen it, and all the spiritual ones that I hang out with said the same thing. And behind the scenes, they're doing everything opposite of what they preaching to you or showing you on the channel. I'm not down in that, but what my thing is again, you should be practicing what you're preaching, what you're teaching out here. That's it. All right. I see it's 13 something, whatever. It was 13:30 when I looked up. All right. As always, check out, go to Divineunisouls 11. Get your love letter. Also, you can try your InstaReading. If you like this reading types to it, this is your first time again, you can get a downloadable instant reading from me. It could be solutions. I have $7 for solutions, and $4 for solutions and $7 for the situation. You can do it anytime of night. You get a reading 24/7. That's another way. Or you can also go on my site and go book 1, 2 of me and get a personal reading with me that is also tailored for you. The other one, the difference between the instant reading is that spirit and you choose which reading it is. And when you do the one that's me doing it as a reading, that means I sit down and then I'm telling me between you and I and spirit, and we work it out. And then we find out what's your message that you need to have. Okay? All right then. So make sure that you check those two out. As always, Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, namago. Love you.